Hello? Hello? Okay.
Are you watching Monroe?
Re-rack.
Oh.
We were hearing that maybe some of you guys couldn't see us. So we're starting over.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that you?
All that was on.
Okay, that's
All
okay.
our behind the scenes convo.
All right, so we're talking at-home COVID test kits. The government's website, covidtest.gov, pre-launched yesterday when the official date was supposed to be today. For some reason, people are upset by that. I don't know why. We haven't heard of any reports of the website crashing. But the deal is each address gets 4 tests. It doesn't matter how many people live at the house or the address, you're only getting 4 tests. You can buy as many more tests as you want and get reimbursed if you have insurance.
Right. Okay. Insurance is required now, as of Saturday, to reimburse you for your COVID test.
Up to 8 a month per
Brenda.
person, per subscriber.
Which is a lot. That's a lot.
Well, it could be, if you have a family of 4, it's 32 in a month.
There were some isolated cases across the country of, like, say a big apartment complex, it has apartment numbers or unit numbers. And the website was having trouble identifying like a unit number, but they were seeing the street address, and if someone in your building got on that website first, it would have told you, oh, your test kit's already coming. And so they're fixing that.
Yep.
It was only happening in a couple isolated incidents across the country, so it doesn't seem to be a widespread problem. But
that's good. I hopped
we like
on
to complain about
afternoon,
everything,
and it was easy peasy. It was the shortest form I've had to complete online. It was like your email and your address and send, and it was done.
Yeah, we got several people saying they've already done it. Willie Huey, I've already got mine ordered. It was easy. Shireen says I ordered some early yesterday. It was easy. Becky says I ordered mine yesterday. So yeah, so apparently everything's going fairly smoothly.
Number one, they're free, so no one can complain about the price.
but they are.
Well, here's the thing. When you started talking about this, and I don't know if it was this version or the one that we tried to do like 2 minutes ago that didn't actually make it on the air, but when you described it, Nina, like, no offense, not trying to be critical, but you talked about you can now go online to get your 4, and you mentioned the number 4 free COVID tests. I think if we just remove the 4 from the language, because I think that maybe sets people for disappointment.
Sure.
I never thought of it as I'm getting 4 free tests. I thought I have an opportunity to go online and get a free COVID test. Now you can, for an address, get up to 4, which works out nicely in my house because we have 4 people. So in theory, we would all get 1 free test from the government. Thank you. If you live by yourself, then hey, yeah, you could get up to 4 just for yourself. Good for you. If you're a family of 8, figure it out. You're still only going to get 4 if they all live in that household. But I guess my point is this: like, maybe if we set it up as this is a website to get a free COVID test, instead of even putting the number 4 out there, that might eliminate some disappointment if there is any.
That's not our messaging issue, right?
Yeah.
Well, we just said it, Brenda, at the top.
marketing
You can go online right
issue.
now to get your 4 free COVID tests. And I'm thinking, it's not there to get 4 free. It's there to get a free COVID test.
Guys, do we understand that also in fairly short time, in addition to this program of being able to mail these COVID tests out to individual homes, that will also start to become easier to get the added tests that we need from our local pharmacies? Do we have word that the overall supply is going to be increasing as well? And then, as you mentioned, if we go to our pharmacy, we'll be able to get reimbursed by our insurance.
That's the idea, yeah. I mean, individual states are ordering them. Oregon ordered 12 million more tests to come. They're hot right now, and so supply is short. So at least the government is sending you at least 1,
but we heard from
per address.
Pat Allen with the Oregon Health Authority, though, I think even said that 12 million that Oregon is expecting is not going to be enough to meet the demand.
Yeah.
I guess to answer your question, Rod, the demand is still greater than what we have available in terms of tests.
But working on it.
Right.
Reason to believe that we're going to get over this hump and get these easier, more readily available. Yeah.
The Biden administration also today said that they were sending 400 million N95 or KN95 masks, and that those would start shipping next week. Right? Is that right? No, this week, and you can pick them up at pharmacies and whatnot, community health centers next week. So there are a couple different things going on as far as, trying to protect or test.
We ordered some of those N95 masks on Amazon, and they said they'd be here yesterday. And then my husband's going on a business trip, and he wanted them for the flight and the trip. And he went on Amazon. He's like, those masks haven't shown up yet, and they're back ordered now, and it doesn't give you a date anymore. And so, yeah, everyone's trying to get those, and the prices are going up. And
when we ordered a couple tests around Christmas, and then as soon as I did that, it was before Christmas, then Omicron, everybody, you know, snatched up everything. So then I'm like, all right, I'm just going to order a bunch, and whenever they get here, they get here. So we just got a bunch of our KN95 masks, and we call it the COVID package, like cleaners and this and that. I'm like, if I plan for it, I won't need it.
Yeah.
If I don't have it, I'll need it.
Yeah. But I agree, it was like the easiest thing to do. I don't know how we interviewed a woman who works she owns a salon, and she was like really upset that the government like launched the website a day early.
Well, listen,
that seems odd.
Just go get it, sign up. It takes 1 minute.
Well, that's what, at first I thought, are they saying that when they got there, again, not the apartment issue, but when they got there, their individual residents, they were out? And then I don't think that's what they were saying either. It's just like, hey, I was surprised that they started early.
I think
But
people just want to be like on the jump for things now, you know, and so if it goes early, you feel cheated. But
Tell
so
me
far,
you're going to open on Wednesday, open on Wednesday. Don't even think about Tuesday.
Don't open on Tuesday. It's a soft opening.
Well, here, you know, another issue might be the fact that we have, let's just take Oregon. We'll leave Washington out of the equation for a moment, but Oregon has, I think the latest census says 4 million people in the state. So if we're hearing complaints from, you know, what sounds like a few, you're always going to have complainers, I guess is my point. And I don't think it's a big story if a few people are upset with the way it's working. Look at all the people on our stream who are saying, all good.
Yeah.
Noah
well.
Clark, are you looking at this? He says, I'm more worried about the efficacy of the rapid tests. I've been hearing of people testing negative, then testing positive on the PCR, you know, which is
not
way
as
more.
good,
I thought that the guy that we interviewed, you know, it was interesting, his take on that, the expert, and he said, you know, what was it? The PCR test can distinguish between tens of thousands of different
It needs only like 100 cells from a
200.
virus when the antigen test needs like thousands.
That's right. That's right. I had it backwards.
For it to pop positive, and so you need to time it when you really got the symptoms, like not when you're like, oh, I just this morning woke up with a little tingle in your throat. Like
Or
wait,
preemptive.
yeah, wait, and then you've got. I hate that word, but viral load is higher.
That makes
We got to think of a different phrase for that.
nasty, doesn't it?
Anyway, but yeah, like then it'll pick
Word
it
as
up.
much as it is a phrase.
Yeah,
Phrase, the phrase.
That explains it. What else are people saying?
Well, I'm impressed how many. Maybe impressed isn't the right word, but I'm amazed. I'll use that word. I mean, a lot of people have been very proactive. Have already been through the ordering process.
Yeah.
And again, as you point out, said it was quite simple.
Yeah, you might as well. Cherries and Berries PDX, one of our favorite
C's and B's. C's and B's.
name handles here on YouTube. Good morning to you. She was saying, you know, everyone is so resource challenged, they're afraid to miss out. And that's maybe why, you know, folks were kind of upset that it opened early.
Jennifer Taft says if anyone is immunocompromised or having difficulty with cost, there's a mutual aid organization on Twitter, Mask Block, and they take donations, but they will deliver masks at your house. Such nice humans, she says.
I don't know if it's part of my my small case of OCD-ness. You know, we've talked about a lot of the things I do in my day-to-day because I'm upset. You know, just things have to be a certain way. And
It's one of my favorite topics, really.
I don't feel good enough just to take that at-home test. To be quite honest, I want a medical professional in front of me saying the words, "You're negative" or "You're positive."
If
Like,
you
it
were a
doesn't mean
girl
enough
and
to
you
me.
thought you were pregnant, would you trust a store test or would you go to the doctor?
I thought about this.
You thought about that?
Okay.
I
go.
thought about this before I made my last statement. I thought they're going to ask me about the pregnancy test, and you
You
did.
know I will. Okay, go ahead.
Now, I can't speak from a female point of view.
Duh.
Duh.
Yeah.
But from my own point of view, I remember like when Mia, you know, showed me the pregnancy test when the boys
You're like,
were conceived. I was like, we better go see someone who can confirm this data.
Yeah.
it didn't feel real to me until now.
Well, you want to make sure. Yes.
If I guess to answer the way you phrased the question, if I took a pregnancy test and it said I wasn't pregnant, I probably would say that's good enough for me. I didn't think I was. But if I had one that said I was positive, I'd be like, I better make that doctor
know.
But isn't it true also? Apparently I found out, and I didn't realize this until Mia was pregnant, now 14 years ago, maybe it's changed. But we went into the doctor's office, I guess, relatively early because Mia just felt like she was getting bigger at a quicker rate than she remembered any of her friends getting.
Yeah.
And so she said to
she didn't know it was
her doctor,
twin.
I think I may be further along than I thought. And we went in like at 9 weeks, I guess, and they're like, no, you're having twins. That's the situation here. But anyways, I guess typically you wouldn't go to see your female doctor until you're like 15 weeks along. Is that true?
Yes.
Female doctor, your OBGYN.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get into all the letters, Brenda.
Yes. I mean, I've told this story a bunch of times. I was terrified to, I didn't really know if I wanted to have a kid. But when, I felt like you missed your period and you're like, oh my God, but I just didn't want to know I just didn't want it to be true, whatever. And so my husband went to the store and got a test and
he peed on it.
He peed on it, no. And then we both kind of peered in the bathroom and I burst into tears because it said, pregnant. And then you go through all those emotions. And then I called the doctor the next day and I'm like, oh, so this is the situation. She's like, okay, great, well, congratulations. And just long pause. I'm like, I need to schedule an appointment. She's like, not really, we'll schedule one for you, in 3 months or something like that. And I was like, well, don't things need to happen? They need to, I don't know what happens. Yeah, and they're just like, no, just, don't drink alcohol and eat a bunch of sushi or something. And I was just like, what?
Humans have been having babies for
I know, but it's life shattering to me. But yes, you're right. They are just like, yeah, you're good.
No biggie.
Just wait for a while.
So the bottom line is the home tests work.
Is that the bottom line?
I think that's
I thought the bottom line was until I
got a cute little girl. It works.
It works.
Until I see the doctor, I walk around with the word think. I think I'm pregnant. I'm waiting to go to the doctor to find out for sure. I think I have COVID. I'm waiting to go to see a medical professional to find out.
But you went and got your PCR test.
Yeah.
I did a home test.
I had to go to a face-to-face live person.
Yeah. Well, it's peace of mind,
Ginny Carlson says won't test at home for COVID. Wear KN95 masks and distance always. So will you just not test anything at home or just for the COVID and you go somewhere else?
Oh,
to
for
drive
the
through,
PCR
maybe?
test?
Yeah, maybe that would be it. Sharon says I ordered mine.
Oh, here's an interesting thought. Kim Tannehill, good morning to you. She says, I wonder if there's going to be a black market for these tests later. People requesting their kits and then selling them rather than using them.
I'll take
probably.
that bet. I bet you yes.
Later, probably now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, here's something weird.
Tell me.
So Kim says on our pregnancy thread that we got onto, she says when her boyfriend got a vasectomy, they told us we could keep and bronze the vein bits they took out for things like earrings.
Huh? Okay, that's...
What, Kim? Is that a thing?
No.
No.
No. Come on now.
She says they declined.
Oh my God.
Tiffany Ferguson is like, people do this? Ew.
Holy
I've heard of ball bearings, but ball earrings? Come on now.
The vein.
Oh my gosh.
I like where this is going, you guys. Let's be honest.
I will never do that simply because I don't like that word. I don't like
Vasectomy?
the word. The word just sounds not good. It doesn't sound positive.
It's too close to dissecting, right?
Yeah, it just...
You guys, that
something about
seems to be the most kind of chill procedure ever.
Well, I just don't like the word.
You don't even really have to go be anesthetized, do you?
I consider teeth brushing a chill procedure. They would be something a step up from that.
Not a procedure.
Yeah.
I don't even think they put you out for it. And then later that day, you're just on the couch with an ice pack watching the game.
Well, fine, then change the word and I'll be interested.
So a vasectomy?
Just change the word. That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
It's a simple ask.
Okay.
How about non-invasive vasectomy? Do you like that better?
Yeah.
Just leave out the...
Non-invasive.
How about the thing? Let's just call it the thing. Would you like to schedule the thing?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
The talk and the thing.
Rhonda says just got back from the East Coast. Kits are very difficult to find.
East Coast?
Oh,
Plus so many people sick, she says.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this will, you know, put a lot of people, I would assume one of the big goals here is just to put people at ease.
At ease, yeah.
Right? So, I mean, it's probably going to take, what, I don't know, few weeks before we kind of
because then you can just get back
get a
to
barometer
work.
on this
And some
situation.
of these, you know, supply chain shortages and the grocery stuff and all of this, you know, staffing shortages, like when you know it's not COVID, hopefully, then you can get
Joshua
back to work
Madrid
soon.
sighting.
What?
What's Joshua saying?
Says, good morning. We're like others on the stream and easily got ours ordered yesterday. Thankful as they are in short supply and this latest outbreak is pretty intense. At work, we had over a dozen folks isolating the past 2 weeks and getting them tests was a real headache. Any little bit helps as we all continue to improvise our way through this moment together. Have a great day. Cheers. Back at you.
Thank you, Joshua. All right, shall we end on that?
We're already there? Jeez Louise.
7:22,
You
all right.
guys have any other ideas for what to change vasectomy to? Send those to us as well. Give Rod some peace of mind.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just don't like the word.
Mr. Hill, would you like to schedule your snip snip?
There. That sounds worse.
Snippy, snip, snip, snip.
Somebody say goodbye.
Bye. We'll see you tomorrow.